That's my brother, man. We support each other in every endeavor that we do. I come here to his hometown. He make me feel like it's my hometown, and whenever he comes to where I'm at, it's vice versa.
So we're gonna dedicate $1 million to the I Promise School, and I'm gonna come drop it off myself before the school.
5 songs by Drake that will get you pumped before a game.
I got too many.
Three?
It's too many for me to just name 5 of them. It's a brother of mine.
Not to be like overly sentimental, but we're brothers and we're friends, but you're one of the biggest inspirations.
The sixth guy, Drake, ratted on LeBron James. He used DJ Academics to relay his message that LeBron, when they went out of town and when he went to Toronto, LeBron would call Drake and get the ya means. All right, so why is this such an important topic? I'm going to tell you why. See, as a pro basketball player overseas, I kind of understand the inner workings of the basketball world and where the worlds collide between entertainment and basketball, but internationally. So what Drake is alleging is that Drake used to go OT. OT means out of town. Drake used to go OT with Bron. When Bron came to Toronto to play against the Raptors, y'all know LeBronto, and you guys know the stories about all that, when he was going crazy and, you know, they pretty much named the whole city after him. When he would have his LeBronto games, 37, 15, and 12, that night he would hit up the boy and, you know, have a little fun. Let me preface everything with this. As far as the relationship between Bron and his wife, what y'all have to understand, let me give you guys some context on this whole situation. What y'all have to understand is that there's usually an understanding. Think about it like this, man. LeBron has been famous since he was 16 years old, right? Cover of Sports Illustrated. He was on Times Magazine. He was everywhere at 16 years old. He was with Savannah since he was 17 years old. Savannah doesn't expect LeBron to just be goody two-shoe from 17 to 40 years old. Let me preface everything with this too. I am part of the relationships is the most important thing in the world. Who you choose to marry is a direct representation of you. What I like to say is when I'm not in the room, I need you to hold me down and make me look good. So anyways, everybody don't believe in that. I'm not speculating anything about their relationship, Bron and Savannah. However, a lot of those people, I'll say that, they have understandings within their relationships. So now let's talk about the out of town part of it. People got to understand, man, when people get their passport stamped, right? So when you leave your country, when you leave the country, a lot of people are looking at it like this is a free pass. I'll give you a story, man. As an overseas basketball player, I'm part of the committed relationship. Everything in my history checks out. Like that's not even a question. However, most of my counterparts, they dabble in some fun, some extracurricular activities from time to time. Not me, again, not me, but I've seen it. And what happens is they use the line, what happens overseas stays overseas, because who's going to check you, right? I remember playing in Spain. I had some friends out there and they would tell me about the underground scene, and they'll tell me about my favorite soccer player, my favorite basketball player. When NBA players are coming overseas, they are going crazy. Some of your favorite players, where you look at their relationship and worship it and say, oh, this is what I want to be, they are losing their minds when they come overseas. It's not right. I wouldn't do it. But it's happening. Without saying too much, I'm going to say this. DJ Academics didn't really say anything that a lot of people didn't already know. Maybe you guys, you feel like the blinds has been lifted over your face and you're finally seeing the light and you're outraged. But a lot of people kind of knew what was going on. And especially the overseas hoopers, man, we see this type of stuff all the time. It's nothing for people to be, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what happens in the industry. Now to go back to the relationship between Bron and the boy, I feel like Bron, as the hooper, as the man, you're the older brother, elder statesman. You guys been famous for the same amount of years. You guys are both child stars and grew up to be super, super famous. You understand that if you're going to have a relationship with somebody for so long, you're seeing throughout their careers as as he's building his name, you're kind of building your name, and you see the rise. I feel like personally, you can't be a part of that same person's fall. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I seen you come up. I helped bring you up. You know what I mean? Unless you had a personal grudge with somebody, you cannot be a part of their fall. That's just me. But maybe he had something against them. You know, maybe some more information comes out and he had something, Drake said something to his wife or whatever the case is. Who knows? However, don't be a part of the come up if you're going to be the main one bringing me down.